Hey everyone!
Welcome to another video.
In this video, we're excited to share with you our top 5 day trips from Puerto Vallarta.
There's a lot of fun things to do in Vallarta itself, but one of the great things about it is there's a ton of amazing places to go in the area surrounding it.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful city, but there's lots of cool stuff just around the corner, you guys.
So we're gonna show you a couple different things, like some hidden little villages with waterfalls, some old mountain towns with colonial pass.
We're gonna go snorkeling at a coral island. And of course, there's a lot of great food to taste in all of these different places.
Lots of great food and great beaches to be found along the way.
If you're looking to get out of the city for a day, we're gonna show you some really fun things to do.
If you're interested in more information on visiting any of these towns, we've got full-length videos about all of them that we'll link to down in the description.
Stick around to the end so you can catch what we think is number 1.
Yeah, should be an awesome video.
So, let's get to it.
Come along with us.
Hi, I'm Avi.
And I'm V.
Join us in our explorations of the Central Coast of California.
And our adventures beyond. We're gonna start off with number 5, the little mountain town of San Sebastian del Oeste. San Sebastian is a little town located up in the mountains in Jalisco, just outside of Puerto Vallarta. It's a mining town. Its roots were in silver production. And then it also played a role during the whole Mexican Revolution, but that's deeper than we'll get into in this video. This is a beautiful little Pueblo Mágico. Its roots go back to 1605.
Like the total age of the people in that car is like 12 years old.
Some of the main draws are its colorful Spanish Baroque style church and its adobe architecture that line the quaint little cobblestone streets. It's also got a bunch of authentic artisanal craftsman workshops and awesome little boutiques that are open to the public. All made here?
Yes, a little my son design, all my working process castings. This is the repeated figures and make it unique.
Hay mucha historia del pueblo.
Sí, sí.
Como aquí este lugar antes era una cantina.
Ah.
Mira, ve, voltea por allá por arriba.
Ajá.
Todos los huecos que ves en las vigas son balazos.
Ah.
Ajá, sí.
Yeah.
Sí.
The quaint little town square hosts several different religious festivals throughout the year.
This is a super quaint little town.
Él es Melvin. Hello. Hola. Okay, mommy. Hey.
I think the primary reason that we chose this as number 5 actually is that it has no beach.
A couple of reasons. It's a very small town. There's only so much to do there. It's really only worth a day trip in our opinion. We certainly wouldn't recommend staying a night there.
It didn't even seem like it had much to offer in terms of nightlife and things like that.
And that it's also the hardest to get to. We said about a 45-minute to an hour drive up into the mountain via a winding mountain road. We definitely would recommend doing this one with a tour of some kind, simply because of that drive.
However, the tour that we took only allowed us about an hour to explore on our own. I don't know, you might actually want to look into exactly how long the tour is and what they offer you while you're within the town.
That's true. We wish we had had more time to explore the town freely on our own. Our tour that we took included a ride up into the mountains.
We stopped at a very well-known panaderia along the way, included in the tour. Fortunately for us, because you get out kind of early, they offered free coffee and some breakfast, which was delicious.
It was, and it was a beautiful little setting.
Intimate setting.
Yeah, definitely loved that.
Having fun? See.
And we actually met one of the bakers who was from Soquel.
Yeah, they actually
had lived here in Soquel.
They had lived right near where we're from.
Yeah, in Santa Cruz County.
That was a cool connection.
Small world.
Yeah.
I used to live in Santa Cruz for 5 years.
No shit. ¿Dónde?
In Soquel.
Soquel. We actually stopped at
agave field.
A couple of agave fields, got to walk within them, explore, learn about their growth, the different coloring of agave, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah. Then after the town, we went to lunch at a distilleria where they made raicilla, which is basically the same thing as mezcal, but not made in Oaxaca.
And so they can't call it mezcal because it's proprietary to the region and the people who make it.
From here to here, it's copper coils. Steam Fill the cool water, still go back to the liquid. See, this is my first distillation. It's not enough. Tastes good. It's a single distill with impurities. See, after my single distill, I do it again, twice. See, now I got a lot of tequila for you, waiting for you. It's time to get happier together. Are you ready?
Sí.
Are you ready?
Listo.
Listo.
But that was an awesome, cool little experience where we got to taste the raicilla and lunch was included. And then we got a chance to buy bottles to take home, which we did
Certainly
and we
did.
enjoyed. We got
Yeah.
a coffee flavored one, I believe, if I remember correctly.
I think that's right. Yeah.
And it was delicious.
It was gorgeous. We stopped at a coffee plantation. They showed us the whole process of,
You're right.
of how they grow the bean and then
Roasting it.
harvest it and roast it and the whole
Grinding
process
it.
of turning it into coffee.
Yeah.
And
Too long. So to make it faster, they bring it here, they husk it, and each fruit has 2 seeds, or 1 or 3.
we bought some great coffee there.
Tasted coffee.
That was a great way to start the morning. Beginning a tour is kind of nice. They take care of all of that and you get bussed around so you don't have to drive. And especially if you enjoy a little bit of the raicilla, they take care of getting you back to Puerto Vallarta as well. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I
Yeah.
can't remember how much that cost, but it was very reasonably priced for how much you get. So we would recommend this kind of tour for someone who wants to explore a little deeper into Puerto Vallarta and Jalisco than just the beaches. You want to explore a little bit of the history and a little bit more of the agriculture. Perfect day tour to take. Anyway, we'll link down below to the tour that we took if you're interested in visiting the town of San Sebastian del Oeste.
Coming in at number 4 is the beautiful beach town of Boca de Tomatlan and the hike to Colomitos.
Boca de Tomatlan is very easily accessible from Puerto Vallarta. You can take a bus or an Uber very easily and very cheaply.
Super accessible. I'd say maybe a 20-minute drive and boom, you're there.
Yeah. In Boca itself, it's a very small little town, not a lot going on there, but it's got a quaint little beachfront and a couple cute little restaurants with tables on the sand and where you can have some food and some drinks under the palapa right at the waves. So we're here at a nice little restaurant right on the beach, drinking a couple drinks, ordered some food, and then we're gonna explore this town, maybe hike the trail towards Colomitos a little bit.
They even tell you what kind of food you can expect to eat when you enter.
This is hamburgers or chicken or beef. Okay.
The town itself, there's a little bit of swimming and a little bit of food. There's a nice little beach, you know, and that's about it. So you get a drink and a tan. It's a trip to be able to swim this close to boats. Boats just come in through this tiny little channel over here from the open ocean. Super shallow. Oh my gosh.
Boca is a town kind of like San Sebastian that we wouldn't really recommend staying multiple days in unless you are looking for a particular kind of boutique stay.
Experience, yeah.
There are some cool little hidden places to stay in Boca, but the problem with Boca is that there's so little there. There's not really a main town or a store. You kind of have to go into Vallarta for anything, which is fine if that's what you're okay with.
And there's not even like a nice fancy hotel or anything like that either.
No, nothing big. Good place to hang out for the day, have some lunch, and then start out on the trail. It's got a cool little hike that starts from this town.
From the shore of the river through a little bit of mountainous terrain, hilly terrain, to a beautiful beach called Colomitos.
The forest smells very fertile.
That's a good word.
Colomitos is kind of considered a secluded beach because there's no access via car or anything. It's only just a small footpath. If you hike about 45 minutes through the jungle, there's a few up and downs, but nothing too drastic. You come to this small little beach in this beautiful little cove. This is just the first in a series of beaches. If you want to continue on, you can go to other beaches that we have not hiked to yet.
The hike from Boca extends along the coastline to some other interesting towns, and it's supposed to be a beautiful scenic route.
This is a fun little hike for people who are in decent shape. I wouldn't say that you have to be in great athletic shape to do this hike. It's not very strenuous,
I've seen even somewhat elderly people kind of manage it.
but you have to be able to hike up and down a
yeah. You have to be
staircase and walk for more than an hour. It's a beautiful little hike, and the beach at the end is very adorable and very worth checking out. Number 3, we're gonna take you to the awesome little secluded village of Yelapa. Yelapa is regarded by a lot of people as one of the best beaches in the greater Vallarta area. We definitely see its charm. It's a beautiful little town. The unique thing about it is it's only accessible by boat, and it's currently still owned and operated by the original tribal families that were in the area when Vallarta was founded.
And it's got a gorgeous beach and a quaint lifestyle, interesting cobblestone, narrow streets that are kind of romantic, but also kind of rural and rustic. And it's got a couple waterfalls.
Ow! Wow, he's cool.
He just pooped on me.
Yelapa is very popular with cruise ships and also just people who come to Vallarta on their own. It's very easy to get to via water taxi, and once you're there, you can choose to spend the day just hanging out on the beach at the various beach clubs where you can rent a beach chair and swim in its protected cove.
You can also go parasailing, which is a lot of fun to do, and there's some other like hang gliding stuff even or something.
Yeah, there's some other water sports. You can rent a jet ski. As Avi mentioned, there are 2 waterfalls. One is very easy to get to, and with a 10-minute walk, really, from town.
Wow.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
And there's a bar here. I love it.
Just up a paved walkway, and you're at this little waterfall that has a bar where you can get drinks and a pool that you can swim in. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Or you can take a longer trip where you can either get there via hike or horseback, or like what we did was ATV, which was a lot of fun.
Hey, why don't you light up? I'm having a great time.
It's kind of funny that you can take a horse out to a waterfall. Might be a unique experience for you guys.
Right? I mean, pretty Mexican, right?
Yeah.
This waterfall is, like we said, farther to get to, but as a result, it is less crowded, and also there's no bar there. I don't know if that's a plus or a minus, depending on your viewpoint.
Right.
Both are beautiful. Both are fun to swim in.
A hike to the waterfall, especially in the rainy season, can be a little bit difficult and challenging, but I imagine in the dry season it's not so bad.
Yelapa is a great place for a day trip. This is the first place on the list that we would recommend staying more than a day, though.
You could totally stay overnight here. There's great food within the town that we found as well. The beaches are worth visiting and doing the different water sports activities. There are the 2 waterfalls, so yeah, you can get a lot done, and Garcia Rentals is a very nice establishment.
The casita that we stayed in was beautiful, open air, beautiful view.
Gorgeous.
Great little kitchen, living area.
I would have stayed there many days just for the casita and the view. Read a book on a hammock and just like,
Yes, overlooking the beach, the sunrises were spectacular.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Yelapa is a place where you could stay 2-3 nights easily. There's enough to do. It would be a laid-back paced vacation, but there would be enough to keep you occupied for a few days. Totally recommend this place if you want to get away from the crowds, but still have a certain level of amenities. Yelapa is great.
So that was number 3 with Yelapa. Coming in at number 2, we have the town of Bucerias.
Bucerias is a little bit north of Puerto Vallarta. It's a smaller sized city, but it's definitely still a city. So if you're looking for a vacation where you're not quite in the hustle and bustle of such a large, crowded place like Vallarta, but you still want all the amenities, this is a great place. It's very, very livable.
Now this place has a wonderful beach that is ginormous. It's got super placid waves that you can wade into, so it's great for kids as well as people who don't swim very much. Great place to get a tan.
This one goes on for several miles, I believe, unbroken sand that has a very gentle slope throughout the whole bay, so the waves don't ever get quite as big as some places like Vallarta can, so it's a very swimmable beach.
Oh fuck! That went straight up my nuts. Of course, there's vendors and even some like horse rides and things like that. Probably some parasailing, I'm sure, or jet skiing. The town itself is a lot of fun. It offers a great local artisanal market throughout the evening.
So I guess what I'm looking for are a few things. I want something that says Bucerias, whether it's a bag or a mug, I'm not sure.
Sure.
Maybe a sweatshirt for you if you find one you like.
How are you? And also some more dining experiences than just taco trucks, even up to like fine dining like Italian food. We stayed at the Hotel Royal de Cameron. I would stay in Bucerias for a couple of weeks, possibly. It's not even as expensive as Vallarta, so Bucerias definitely comes in high on my list.
Out of all the places that we've mentioned so far, this is the first one that we would actually consider living in, not just vacationing. It has all the amenities for a week-long vacation or more, but also everything that you would need to live comfortably, like a supermarket and all the services.
It's also got a burgeoning real estate sector where condo after condo is being developed.
They're building a ton of these complexes.
Yeah, there's been like 7 in the last 200 meters.
Couple blocks.
Yeah.
This is a great place to go, like we said, if you want a lively, laid-back beachfront kind of vacation with lots of services, but not quite as packed and shoulder to shoulder as Vallarta can get sometimes. It's a great little town. Highly recommend you check it out.
And we'll be back there soon.
Definitely. All right.
Drum roll.
Our number one spot on this list. Our top recommendation for a day trip from Puerto Vallarta is
Rincon de Guayabitos. You can tell we like it because we had to like say it like that.
We loved this little town. It's about an hour and a half north of Puerto Vallarta. It's actually in the state of Nayarit.
Rincon de Guayabitos is the next upcoming hotspot, in our opinion, that expats probably will flock to soon.
Yeah, it has been known for many years by Mexican nationals as a great vacation spot, and within the last decade or so, it has become known more and more to Canadians and North Americans. But it's still very much an up-and-coming place. There isn't as much of the big resorts and fancy developments. There's still plenty of hotels, but they have much more of like a Mexican flavor and charm to them.
A lot of these hotels are beachside. I almost think maybe we're going to stay in one of these.
Next time we come, yeah.
Next time we're going to stay a little longer at Guayabitos.
Yeah, I'm feeling like this town is a place we could stay for a week or more.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be much smaller than it is. It's very lively. It's a hustling, bustling little town, but also super chill. Great street food, great restaurant scene, and honestly one of the best beachfront areas that we've been to in all of Mexico so far.
As of yet, still a quiet town, undeveloped in terms of gringo standards. A gorgeous beach, super swimmable.
It's a very family-friendly vacation area. The beach is wide and spacious, but also extremely lively. There's lots of beach vendors where you can get great food and treats and trinkets, and plenty of beach restaurants too. Lots of great seafood up and down the entire beach.
The Coral Island is a wonderful day trip within a day trip where you can see some of the most intense displays of bird and fish wildlife that we've seen in Mexico.
So many birds.
So many birds, and just a tranquilic place to bring the kids. It's like a 10-minute jaunt or even less via a boat from the shores of Rincon de Guayabitos to the island itself. So very easily accessible.
Tons of boat trips that you can take out to the Coral Island, but then also a lot of secluded beaches in the surrounding area. Some of the most beautiful beaches that we've been to in our lives. This is so gorgeous. This is what I picture Thailand or the Philippines to look like. Gorgeous little secluded coves with tropical mountains surrounding them and crystal clear water.
Staying there overnight is recommendable. It's got a great local cuisine. It's got an adoquin area where you can stroll after eating some food and local tacos and go shopping for artesanias. It's got plenty of parking, unlike Vallarta. So like if you actually rented a car in Vallarta and then drove out there, you'd find a place to park. It's not even a problem to find parking here.
We would never rent a car in Vallarta.
And then much less expect to park it somewhere near the beach, close enough where anything we want to bring would be easy to bring.
Yeah, here you can really just park like on the street right outside of the beach and just have to walk down a little alleyway.
It's adjacent to a couple other local treasure towns. There's a lot of local fishery there, so you're going to get freshly caught fish that day for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
A lively nightlife scene, more than we expected. We kind of expected this to be one of those towns where everything dies at 8 o'clock at night, but no, it actually like has a couple nightclubs and live music and a lot of great authentic Mexican food.
So much great Mexican food.
Out of all the towns on this list, this is the top number one that we are currently considering actually buying a home in at some point. I said I would buy a house here with you and watch this town explode with expats as we age, because I'm sure it will. We love this place. It's very much an up-and-coming place. It's beautiful, it's quaint, it's very authentic, but it has all the signs of a place that's about to grow and explode.
It's super touristy from a Mexican perspective, and yet there's still plenty of spots on the beach and places to park. But yeah, like Veronica said, we feel like this is the next upcoming spot where we're going to see more development in the next 25 years. We're going to see condos go up.
This place we would recommend for someone who, unlike Bucerias, you can't really get by with English here yet. I mean, there's a good amount of English.
You'll find people who know English, but you should speak Spanish.
This is for the kind of person who's ready to dip their toe into a little bit more authentic, real Mexico without getting going too far out of your comfort zone. Yeah, there's a couple different ways you can get to Rincon de Guayabitos. You can rent a car and drive yourself. You can take a bus that run from Vallarta multiple times throughout the day, or you can also Uber if you want to spend like
Or get
50
a taxi.
bucks. So that's our number one recommendation for a day trip, a weekend, or even a week-long stay. Guayabitos has a lot to offer. We recommend that you check this little place out.
If you're looking to get off the beaten path and you've been to Vallarta and you want to stretch and find something that's pretty easy to get to, these are the places that we would recommend.
So if you do visit any of these places, let us know down in the comments what you thought about them. We'd love to hear.
Yeah, and if you have a different order to this, or if your number one is something different than a Rincon, let us know what your number one is.
And if you enjoyed this video at all, go ahead and give it a like.
Click subscribe.
And ring that bell so you get notified for all of our upcoming adventures.
We love you guys and we appreciate you.
Thanks so much for watching our videos.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Ciao.
We're gonna take you along to check out some of our favorite day trips from. Lame.
From.
Why did you do that? All right, number 4.
Coming in at number 2 is
Number 2. Yeah, we're counting down. The 4th one we've talked about. Yeah. If you're interested in more information on this,
Relax.
if you're interested, and if you're.
Don't do it, Chichi.